Well, hello and welcome to Preparing to Survive and Thrive Homesteading channel. I bet you know what I'm up to today. Well, if you haven't figured it out, I'm in my sexy get up for a bee suit. I've got my veil on, I've got everything tightened down, got my rubber bands around my pants legs so the bees don't come up. It is going to reach 80 something degrees here today, and this is only like the beginning of March. I think it's the 6th, the 5th. No, it's only, or no, let me rephrase that. It's actually April the 5th, and it's very, very warm. So I'm going to get you over here. I'm going to flip you around so you can see the beehive we're working with today. This is the big one. This is the one that survived the winter. It has a lot of bees in it. I'm hoping that it didn't take off yesterday. So if it did, it will die this weekend if it doesn't find a nice warm place to hang out. So I also am going to check my other hives that I thought were completely dead because I've seen bees coming and going. They may just be robbing them, but I don't know. And I'm more than likely going to put a honey box in order for them. It's a smaller box. Instead of the 10 inches, it's only the 8 inches. And hopefully I'll be able to put that up on the hive today. And I'm going to get you over there, get myself gloves and everything else going. So I will take you over there. Okay, so I'm going to get my gloves on, and hoping that the camera will not cut out this time. But as you can see, the bees are coming up. I'm going to literally break this down. I don't have my big tripod, so you're going to get a closer view than what you probably did the last time. Because I want to take this hive and check it out if I don't get run out, because the bees may be a little nasty. I'm going to check to see if there's brood and eggs and larvae in there. The larva is the first stage after, well, the eggs. It's the first stage when she lays the eggs, and then you have the larva, and then you end up with the brood, and that's where the bees are actually starting to turn into bees, and they cover them up to keep them warm. Okay, I've got my smoker over here smoking. And wish me luck. Well, so you already know the bees have pretty much eaten everything, the sugar that was up here. There's just a little bit left. That's good. It means that they're good and they're feeding themselves. They also started closing up this hole and putting propolis on it and beehive, actually. So this is what's on top of the lid. We got bees everywhere. They definitely need some more space. I guess I knew it was too soon to fly away. So let's see if they're actually putting they're laying eggs in the bottom ones. If they are, then I won't have to totally redo this. All the no, this is gonna be heavy. All the sugar water is gone from this top feeder. And I really, 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 really hope you can hear me. So I broke off. I'm going to take you here. Yeah, they're already buzzing my face. So when I lifted up that first one, I broke it off. These are some larvae. And it's normally drone larvae, so that means the hive would actually be able to run away if it wanted to, because it did leave some of its drones to go off and propagate or reproduce with another queen. But let's get you back over here. I'm hoping this isn't too jerky for you, but I'm really trying to give you the best view I can. Okay, now the reason I didn't check any of the frames up top, because when I check them and they start rattling around, then it makes them harder to put down in. I'm hoping my cats that are coming out here now will stay away from me, or they'll probably get stung. Boy, this little baby's heavy. These can actually weigh up to 80 pounds. I am putting smoke all over me because I want them to calm down and to leave me alone. Wow, these guys are just crazy, crazy. Lots and lots of bees. So you can see them all here. So this is the bottom box. And I'm going to take a look at that to see where they're laying their eggs, but it looks like they're laying in the top, so I might actually have to rearrange these guys, but I am going to check this one. Wonder if I can set these guys up here on top of the box so you can see what I'm doing. So bees like to lay their eggs and like to move up as they start to lay their eggs. Now this guy, you can see they've been putting honey in it. And this is one of the outer frames. I'm going to pop this, see what's going on down here. Looks to me like they've been laying, or they're definitely laying eggs, so that's awesome. You know the queen's doing what she needs to do. But do I need to swap it out and make her lay more so in the bottom ones? Well, actually, here we go. We've got, she's been laying for a while. We've got brood. We've also got some larvae in there. And there might be eggs, but honestly, I cannot see them. Oh, wait. I'm not sure where she is. But she's been laying for a while in here. So the eggs would more than likely be somewhere out in here. Hopefully she did not fly away. So this is awesome. By the way, it's at least 70 degrees out here. And one way I'm keeping cool is by putting a wet t-shirt. Okay, there is actually eggs right in here. So she's doing good. She went down and started laying in here. They're putting honey in here. They've got pollen so they can feed their babies. And this is definitely great. They're going to start filling these guys up. So that's good that they've started to do that. I'm going to be bad and have to check another one. Now they have plenty of room in here to lay and to also put honey. So I'm not worried about them swarming right now. Ah, there we've got a lot of brood going. Plus they're doing the honey. So we're doing good. It's splotchy laying pattern because I guess they've been hatching out. Larvae, lots in their brood, and the eggs. I know it's hard to see, but I am doing my best to show you. So I don't actually, I'm not going to have to probably worry about changing this young lady up. She can keep going. I'm going to close this hive up. And this has actually been a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to push it so it closes up tight and I can slide the other one in here. So I'm definitely going to give them more room by adding that extra honey box in there, even though I know they probably won't be using it until May sometime. Sorry about the loud truck. So we are doing amazing on this hive. Okay, we're gonna bring you back over here so I can set the other one up on top. Yeah, the bees are starting to bombard my head, and all the sugar's gone. All the sugar water is gone, so everything that they're doing right now is they're pulling the nectar from the cherry tree, which I'm going to show you that at the end of this video. These guys are a little heavy. So, if you want to see this, what I refer to it as my bee tree in the summertime, you'll have to hang around till the end. So we are just going to take a look at this one. And yes, the bees are everywhere. I actually put this one on the wrong side, but that's all right. I'll be checking them this summer. I can put it back on. I will not be feeding these guys anymore since spring is definitely here. Guys are buzzing my head. So far, so good, though. They don't seem to be too angry because they're starting to get their food source starting to bloom. We also have a lot of the purple dead nettle that I've been trying to leave as much as possible. Already getting some honey, sugar water in there. So they're definitely doing awesome. I'm going to set this little guy down here for now. Now I realized that because I was feeding these, this is probably not honey per se. Some of it could be. But most of it is more than likely sugar water. I like to pull an end one out first and then go for my center ones. Okay. You've got more brood. I'm also kind of looking for the queen. And she does have plenty of room to lay. There's a guy right here, if you can see him, that actually has some pollen on their little feet or their legs for their pollen sacs. We have some drone comb right there. So this little lady is doing phenomenal. She's laying. Like I said, we've got eggs. We got a little bit of everything. If I see any queen cups, I am going to actually demolish them because I don't want them to swarm. This is a hive that overwintered here on my property. Thank God we have at least a really good strong hive. I do want to split this one, but I probably won't do that until mid-May when everything is really on good. Now, if it wasn't going to drop down to 36 degrees here, I could literally probably split these guys now because there's so much honey and eggs and larvae in here. So I know she was here in the last few days because we've seen the eggs. Thank God they're in the bottom one, even though we have some nice brood up here. Woo, a lot of brood over here. This right here, that section right there, that is not honey. Well, there is honey up there. But the section I'm referring to is right here. That is a lot of pollen from different types of trees and flowers. Okay, so that's good. So she's laying in all the trays at this moment. She's definitely working herself down. That's perfect. There's plenty of room for them to actually lay and also to put more honey in there. And we're doing good. Yes, we are. I love my bees. Ladies, you're doing amazing. My pretty little queen. You are only as good as your worker bees, but you're doing amazing too. You know which direction to go into when the summer comes. Sometimes I have to push these guys a little bit, these frames, push them back a little bit in order to get the other frame to go back in. So this video is actually showing you everything I'm doing when I check a beehive. Bird's eye view. I'm not stopping it, other than when I stopped it to bring you around here. My cats are smart enough to stay away, I think. I'm hoping. This hive is doing amazing. We have some bees down here. It's on the floor. I'm not sure what they're doing, but I need to go back up in the hive. Make sure I don't have the queen there. Because sometimes, which I've given up looking for the queen 98% of the time. If there's eggs and larvae, I know we're doing good. So I'm going to have to put you back over here so I can get this last. What they refer to this box is a 10-inch deep super. So I'm just kind of pulling you back up. I have to put a rock on you again so you don't go flying off. So this is just like you're out here with me, where I'm pointing to things. I'm just moving the camera around. Milo, move it. Or Daisy, move it. So that was my stupid cat. She loves me, but boy, can she be dense. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn this guy so I have both of the feeders on the same direction, and this guy's really heavy. So I'm hoping I don't have to change my mind and go, well, hey, I think I'm going to change my mind and put the top hive in the bottom, because that would be a lot more work. So let's pray that this one's doing good, and since they are laying in the bottom, we should be good on that. This is a very, very smart hive. The queen is very smart to go start laying in the bottom when it started to get warmer out. They're making some more honeycomb, which is the wax. I love the bees so much. I'm going to break this apart again and kind of give it a look-see in the middle. So I don't know, I might be repeating myself, but In the summertime, it gets really, really super hot, and even right now, and this bee suit's very, very warm, even though it's only like 70 degrees out. The sun's directly shining on me. I literally take a dish towel and wet it and put it around my neck in order to help me keep cool. Now, if this was 80 degrees out here and I had to check these guys, which is like in July at 10 o'clock in the morning, I would literally be putting oils and stuff on my neck. Plus, I'd also be putting a water bottle. I'd pour it down over my t-shirt to keep myself cool. So this queen is amazing. I'm not seeing that she's laid anything up here so far. This is all sugar water and honey, but we're doing good. So she's doing good. Can't say enough good about this hive right now. And if anybody is from my area, you'll know that I literally got this hive last year from honey hole beehives or apiary, something like that. I'm going to go pick up 3 more from him, and I did tell him I want aggressive bees, because the more the aggressive bees are, seems like the better off they are surviving winter. Yes, they are definitely adding stuff. I messed up their honeycomb. Shame on me. But I am definitely going to put my honey box, yes, I'm spraying myself again, with because they're starting to get angry. And I'm going to add the small honey super, which is only 8 inches instead of the 10 here. Now, like I said, boxes, you know, they can weigh, if they're full of honey, even the smaller ones can weigh a good 30 to 40 pounds. These bigger ones are at least 40 pounds. I swear to God, some of them feel a lot heavier than that. Need to push these frames back, and that's what I'm doing right now. One of these days I'm going to get somebody to come out here and film with me. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. Well, you got a bird's eye view of multiple things. My camera literally fell off. So that's what that is. I'll probably just leave it so you know that the stuff does happen. And yeah, we're going to do this good. Let's get this guy back down in here. There we go. Now I'm going to run over here and I'm going to pull you up a little bit. I'm sure the bees are probably buzzing the camera also. I'm going to go over here and get the honey box. Before I set this guy on here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of smoke so they'll go down in, so I can set this up here. Now this is a really good hive. They're definitely doing good. Now this is a box I pulled Let me come over here. This is a box right here, is what I pulled from last year. They had cleaned it out, taken the honey from it, and I'm going to put it back. So a lot of the frames already has honeycomb in it, and that's good. Some of the frames don't, so they'll have to build the comb, but they'll have a good start to put the honey in it. Here we go. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So they have more room in their house. We just want to prevent them from flying away. Now, bees like it hot. These are technically not even native to our area. Taking off some spider webs. Do have some frickin' ants in here, which is no fun. So these guys should be good at least for a couple weeks. If the weather is good and workable, then we'll probably literally end up checking these guys in another 2 weeks. But I shouldn't have to come out here for at least another 2 weeks. Here we have it. We've got it put back together. I didn't have to rotate the boxes because the queen is laying in the bottom, the bottom and the second, and filling everything up. Okay, so there's 2 hives. The one you're sitting on, believe it or not, hasn't been really having any activity. But these other ones have been. So I'm going to just check to see if there's anything going on in these guys. I'll probably check the one you're on too. But let's give you a little bit of a bird's eye view here of the front door of the beehive. That's my crazy cat, Daisy. She's going to get stung. Some of the bees are having a little trouble moving, so I'm going to kind of put them down. I know they're dead, but more likely dying. Once they get so old, they do die. So, and unfortunately, sometimes we end up having a few of them die whenever I'm checking the hives, but I haven't figured out how to avoid that. Okay, let's go over here. I'm going to go ahead and put the rock back up on the other hive because it's a possibility of thunderstorms today. And a couple winters ago, we had a very good beehive, extremely strong. Overwintered. I forgot to put a rock on the hive and it blew off. The lid blew off. And that wasn't fun because we babied that hive for a year at least. And it wasn't good because she didn't live. It didn't live eventually. Okay. So in this box, nobody is living in it. They are just apparently coming in and stealing the sugar water and everything like that. So I actually should just leave this guy up and out. But I won't. They've even been pulling some of the pollen out of this hive. Okay. Okay, so that is my cue to stop. You totally fell off. Okay, so we'll be back in a second. All right, so I got my hand up so I can actually see the camera, but I'm not saluting anybody. I got the veil off my face, and the beehive is behind me, I think. Maybe. Ah, there we go. And that's the one we were working on, and we put on the honey super that we're going to make lots of honey in, I hope. I broke my tripod when it fell off the last time, and so I'm hand holding this guy. But we're pretty well done, and before you go, I want to also put a little video at the end of this clip. So hang on and watch this for a second. It's the bee tree as I refer to it. Can you hear it? The bees are all over this tree. I'm going to zoom you in to see if maybe we can get a close-up of some of them. They're zipping around. Sounds beautiful. Got a good spring breeze going also. All right, okay. I got a bee buzz in my head. I'm gonna get away from the hive. She's still buzzing me. But you saw the bee tree clip, and just want to let you know, if you do like my content, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying not to get stung. So remember, like, share, and subscribe, and Charlie B signing out. Sorry about cutting so quick, but I literally had a bee dive bombing my head. Just a little quick note, if you've got a bee chasing you like that one was, you run into a tree that's like what I've got standing here behind me with some low hanging branches. It kind of confuses the bee and you can get away from them. And I also threw my veil up over my head so I didn't get stung, because I've gotten stung in the face. It's not a pretty sight. But back again, if you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe, and you got a bird's eye view of us doing a beehive. So like, share, and subscribe. Charlie B signing out.